in the books of Datta Limited. Sangye has a branch at Porpuri, so branch stock account. Then we have the branch debtors, branch expenses. We don't need petty cash, I think. Yeah, we don't need petty cash because there's nothing given with regard to petty cash. So I'm not going to delete this. Branch adjustment account and branch profit and loss account. So we start with the opening balances. On 1st January, 1st April 2006, two balance brought down. It's the opening stock, 18,600. On the opposite side, we calculate stock reserve and show it in the adjustment account. On 1st April 2006, by stock reserve. So it's 18,600 into 1 by 3. Why it's 1 by 3? Because it's 1 by 2 on cost or 50% on cost, which becomes 1 by 3 on selling price. Okay, so 1/3 on selling price. So 18,600 into 1/3 will give me 3 6 are 18, 3 2s are 6, 6,200. Then we have the opening balance of debtors, which is 13,600. Two balance brought down. $13,600. Then we have goods invoiced to branch at invoice price 1,06,200. So this becomes on 31st March. Be careful of the dates, especially when it's March to April. April to March, 31st March 2007. Two goods sent to branch account. Two goods sent to branch account, 1,06,200. Okay, and we calculate our profit element of the loading accordingly on this in the adjustment account. On 31st March 2007, buy goods sent to branch account, 1,06,200 into 1 by 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 4s are 12, 34,400. 34,400. Sorry, 30. 3 3s are 9. 3 5s are 15. 35,400. Yeah, thank you. 35,400. Then we have sales at the branch, cash sales and credit sales. So on this side we have 31st March 2007 by cash sales. Cash sales are 50,020 and the credit sales go in the branch debtors account. So I will say by branch debtors in brackets credit sales, which is 62,000. And in branch debtors, you have it as 2 branch stock. Credit sales, 62,000. Next, goods returned by debtors, 2,400. So this is going to come in the branch stock account because goods are coming back in. So branch debtors and branch stock. So on 31st March 2007, I'm going to put it as by branch stock in brackets returns to identify what it is. 2,400, and here it will be 2 branch debtors returns 2,400. Next, goods returned by branch to head office. Now, this is a return by the branch to the head office. This is a return by the debtors of the branch to the branch. Okay, so now goods are going out of the branch to the head office. So, goods sent to branch account 3,000, and on this we'll have to calculate loading. On 31st March 2007, two goods sent to branch account in brackets loading. We'll put here also just to understand it's loading. 3,000 into 1 by 3. Which comes to 1,000. Then we have discount allowed to customers 400. So this will come in the branch expenses account also. So by branch expenses, discount allowed, which is 400. We have here 2 branch debtors. Discount allowed 400. Expenses at branch, rent, salary, office expenses. We just need to mention this 6,000, 4,000. Rent is 6,000. Salary is 4,000. Office expenses are 800. 800. And the last thing that we have is the goods destroyed by fire. I had explained this yesterday. This is like a loss that has taken place. Okay. And if you see what is missing in this problem is the closing stock. Okay, so the closing stock is the balancing figure, and normally what otherwise was the balancing figure, shortage or a surplus is given to us. Here it's like a loss, kind of like a shortage. So goods destroyed by fire. If it's a surplus, when this is heavier than this, it comes this way. If this is heavier than this, it comes this side. Okay. Here it's goods destroyed by fire. The fact that goods destroyed by fire, goods have gone out. Cash sales, branch debtors, credit sales, this is all goods going out. Here it is goods have gone out, but because of a destruction by fire. Okay, goods have been lost. So I'm going to put it as by branch P&L account. Goods destroyed, just to identify the transaction by fire. And here I'm going to have by branch adjustment account. Same thing, goods destroyed by fire. Okay, so the loading on this 3,000 has to be divided. The 3,000 has to be divided. So we take it as 3,000 into 1 by 3 to calculate the loading. So that becomes 1,000, and this actually is 2,000. How did I get 2,000? 3,000 minus 1,000. This otherwise would have been the balancing figure, but here they've kind of given us that loss. Okay. So this has to come in the respective accounts by branch profit and loss account. So here we will have it as 2 branch stock account. On 31st March 2007, 2 branch stock account 2000, and here we have two branch stock account, the loading element on this goods destroyed, the profit element, which is 1000. Okay, both these are goods destroyed by fire. Here also, just to identify goods destroyed by fire. Yesterday when I asked somebody where this would come, they told me P&L account. They told me that it would come in the P&L account. It does come in the P&L account, but only the cost component of it. The profit element has to go to the adjustment account. Okay, this is like a loss by fire. It did come in the P&L account, but only the cost element. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know I missed one item. Cash collected from debtors 60,800. This will come in the debtors account. Buy cash 60,800. And the last one is the closing stock. Sorry, what we have to find out is the closing stock. So the balancing figure, there has to be closing stock. So the balancing figure will be the closing stock. So this side we have 1,06,200, 1,24,000, 26, 27, 1,27,200, 1,27,200. Okay. So by balance carry down, which is the balancing figure in this problem, is 9180. 9180. Now just be careful of this. On closing stock, we also have to calculate stock reserve, like we always do. Even though it's a balancing figure, it has to be calculated because it is at invoice price. Since all the stock here is at invoice price. Okay, so we have to calculate stock reserve on this. So in the adjustment account, to stock reserve on 9180 into 9180 into 1 by 3 comes to 3s are 9, 3 zeros are 0, 6 are 18, 3060. 3060. Okay. Then we close the debtors account. So here that will be by balance carry down. This is 62, 72, 75, 600. 75, 600. By balance carry down is 675. I think it is 12,000. Then the branch expenses, the total here is 10,000, 11,200. The entire goes to profit and loss. So by 31st March 2007, by profit branch, profit and loss, total expenses 11,200. So if you say by branch profit and loss account, in the profit and loss account you have two branch expenses. This is 11,000. Then we will have a figure here, the gross profit or gross loss. It is a gross profit. So we have a total of 35, 41, 41, 600. 41,600, and this goes to the profit and loss account. This is the gross profit. So the balancing figure is 36,540. 36,540. This is the two branch P and L, two branch P and L account, gross profit 36,540. Okay, bring it down. 31st March 2007, by branch adjustment account, gross profit 36,540, and then we calculate the overall net profit which is transferred to general profit and loss account. 36,540, 36,540 to general profit and loss account, which is 23 to 23,340. 23,340.